Hello everybody, welcome to episode 26 of Scribbles with Jonathan. I'm your host, Jonathan Rector. You guys can check out my work at jonathanrector.com. And let's get into what we're going to cover. Basically, I'm going to do two videos this week. This one, and then we'll do a follow-up. Hopefully I can wrap this up in two videos for you. What I thought I would do is try to give it a more practical solutions to what I've been talking about, how I'll go about drawing something, and then I may talk about it later and talk about wanting to do a practical application for it. So what I figured what we would do is hopefully we can get this. I'm going to draw it pretty big, so it'll come up on the camera. And basically how to start a drawing and how to finish it, or at least how I'd go about doing it. So we're going to go right down from a basic structure setup. And we might put some muscles in there depending on how far across this video goes. But in the following video, I'm going to show you what we do when we tighten it up and close it up. It may be 2 or 3 parts. I'll try to get it wrapped up in 2 for you. But without any further ado, let's just do a little quick revision. Or not revision, I apologize. A quick... I'm losing the word right now, but basically just go over the basics real quick of how I usually start doing something. So, I mean, some people do like a quick gesture line. Sometimes you need that for certain things, but usually I don't concern myself with it too much unless it's like a really complicated pose. I'll start with like a circle and just kind of carve out the bottom. Basically, this is just establishing where your ribs are going to be. And then I'll do like a little curve underneath here for the bottom of like the stomach. But this is also where the hips are going to come from. And I'll show you why I do this curve in the next 2 poses. And I just refine where those hips are going to be just by adding a little bit of circles there for you. And then what I do with the rib shape that I already did for you, I usually start by doing a neck, just a circle for a neck, and sometimes I'll bring it out just so I can establish where everything else is going. And then I'll just do 2 little circles on the side, and that's just the sockets for your chest, for your arms to pop out. And I'm going to try to go real quick on this because I know I've already talked about this a little bit. Then we'll bring in, some quick gestures in here, just some scribbles for the leg. But with the feet, I usually like to get a little bit more solid with them, just like that, just so it grounds it a bit. And here I'm just going to go a little quicker. Maybe we'll flare that leg out to the side of it. And with the arms, again, pretty much same thing with the legs that we did, I'm not going to cover, measurements and stuff like that. I highly recommend going on your own to do that because I find a lot of people, they learn how to do that kind of stuff on their own. There's so many different ways of figuring that out. It's best to learn them on your own. That way you can figure out what you like. And then with this, we can toss on a little stomach here. And basically that's done. That's the pose of him standing straight up. Let me see if I can just zoom it in a little bit here for you guys. And there's that. Now I'm going to show you a 3/4 we'll try. Basically the same thing here. Just try to get my measurements the same. I'm not going to worry about that too much again. Again, work with this circle shape. Carve out where our ribs are going to be. It is in perspective, so I don't know if you guys can see that a little bit. Basically what I'm doing is just wrapping the ribs. Here, let me just shade it here so you can see a little bit better. Because it caves in there. And we're going to do a little line there just to separate where the middle of the chest is. And then again, I'm going to do the round shape. And the reason why I'm doing this round shape is because if somebody's standing straight up, usually their abs will look like this. Let me just do a quick side version of like abs here. They'll come in and then they'll pop out right over top of like the hips. And then the middle ones kind of rest in there. And I don't know if you guys can tell exactly what that is. If I put the ribs in here, it may help you out. So hopefully you can see that. Basically, it's just like kind of like a pinch kind of feeling. Some people get that, and it's kind of like a style thing, I suppose. But anyway, so that's the reason why I'm doing that. Then we're going to carry the pelvis down again, wrap around the back, because there is a butt at the back of there. And then we'll just toss in where the abs are going to go. Again. Concern yourself where the neck's going to be, and this is where this kind of helps in, when you get the middle of your chest to pop out, and we can get the head to stick out there a little bit, maybe needs a little bit bigger, but now we know where we can toss our arms just by adding the little circle shapes. Just going to define where the legs are going to be, again, giving a little bit solid shape to the actual foot. We'll do another one back here, and we'll do another one for the arm. And I mean that's basically it. I suppose I should do a quick one of the back for you guys. I'll do another 3/4 one from the back. Again, most of this stuff I think you guys could figure out on your own. I mean, this comes out with practice, but again, you know, it doesn't hurt, I don't think, just to see how somebody else is doing it. So again, that middle line, I'm just making a curve for the back there, and it rolls up the back of the spine, and it goes right into his head here. And the curve that we had here for his pelvis, we're just going to reverse it. So it's curving up. And the reason we're doing this, again, is if you can see from the side, the idea is, you know, the spine follows like that. So right here, it actually brings in. So your chest is going to stick out, and then the hips are going to shoot back in the opposite direction. So that's why we're curving it this way. Again, I prefer to keep that triangular shape there. Just show where the hips are going to go. Placing where the rest of the back will be. There's some anatomy that I may touch in on when we bring this a little bit further, but I can already see, I think I'm about 6 minutes into this video. This is probably going to be more than a a 2-part video, like I was saying. So I'm going to definitely upload another one as well, because this one is more of a, again, what was that word I was trying to say in the beginning? And I know once I'm going to be editing this video, it's going to come right to me. But that's all right. Okay, so I mean that's basically it from the back. And again, hopefully this is coming in clear for you guys, so you can see it a little bit better. Yeah. Okay. So now that we have that, I'm just going to toss that aside. We're going to get a fresh piece of paper here. And you know what? Actually, what I'll do is I'm just going to keep this as part 1 of the video. I'm actually going to stop recording right now, and I'm just going to start into part 2. Okay, so we'll talk about this more in the next video, and I really appreciate you guys stopping by. And you guys can always check out my work at jonathanrector.com, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye.